Kaiser and Leona for that backline dive. So Beyond Gaming, with a team composition that's very reliant on their solo laners, which is something I did not expect coming into this one, but I'm loving it because if you are able to challenge Galatasaray and their solo laners, then you're able to challenge them on their strongest win conditions.
This is the debate that we had before this game really started. Galatasaray so often a team that plays around mid, jungle into top. You know, get that top side of the map ahead, leave bot side a little bit on an island. Whereas Beyond have always been focused on, well, if we can keep it sort of an even keel in the early game, get Doggo ahead, he will then carry the game for us. Here it feels like Beyond put a lot more impetus on that top side of the map, as you say, with the Aurelia, with the Yone. I will say, it's only the second time we have seen the Yone picked here by Mawan in the mid lane. Played against C9 as well. They did end up losing that game, but I think some people would say Galatasaray and C9 are slightly different caliber of opposition.
Yeah, definitely agree on that one. And it also goes back to what we talked about. You know, Beyond Gaming coming from PCS, they look like an entire different team to what actually showed up here at the first stages of play. Did not look like the team that was challenging PSG. Just quite frankly, looked like Doggo Esports. Like that was what we saw come out from Beyond Gaming. Galatasaray as well, a team that Emily was talking about that came in with actually some sort of weak early game from what they had in TCL. They weren't very proactive. Then all of a sudden, first stages of play-ins, they started to be...
Husha waiting in the wings, not yet level 6. Liang dives forward. There's a slicing match from TP coming in as the Shadow Assault is being used. And Liang is dead before anyone can respond. Mawan with the TP coming in. Swell Seed used. There's the Tempered Fate. And we'll be able to get a kill off the back of it.
No flash on Liang just yet, remember that, and Crazy has ultimate.
Flawless Duet coming out, there's a slicing mouse for the stun. The Flawless Duet second proc will be way too late. Mojito pours himself a drink, and Mawan there eats the bubble. It's like, okay, well, I'll just go back to my soul and I will be fine. And they look for the trade, stolen away. There's the Swell Seed going out as well with the lilting lullaby. And Mojito has his camp stolen and has developed as kind of dematerialized.
You're completely right, Medic. It was such a nice job by Beyond Gaming by stealing that away because
has been put behind a little bit. He's about 200 gold behind in the bottom lane. He can still be really strong as the game goes on. There's actually a fight going on in the top lane. It's crazy, just solo kills Liang.
And a lot of supports have been out roam, but speaking of bot lane,
Alive has cleanse it. He can just cleanse that one out. Kino's going to get turned back on. The Solar Flare only gets the slow as they turn back onto Kino here. And with Glacial Fisher, he's going to have to try and flash away. 150 HP on him. Flash forward, exhaust, stun once again. They try and root up alive, but the Unbreakable from Zergsting keeps Doggo at bay. Killer Instinct, one more auto is enough. Husha coming in from the side as well as the concussive blows will proc onto Doggo. Mojito's here to join the fray. Lilting Lullaby available for Husha. He will put Alive to sleep and then make him not alive.
Just a moment, there could be more skirmishes to arise.
They're looking for Alive, no flash, no cleanse, no way out of this one. Solar Flare finds his mark and Kino will take the kill. Zergsting next on the menu as Mawan will join the fray. Want to give this one over to Doggo if you can. Doggo takes it 2-0-2 now. On the Beyond will be very happy with this state of affairs. You can crack top lane tier 1, you can crack mid lane tier 1. Over expected from Beyond as they look for a fight in the mid lane. Solar Flare coming out, Alive's able to dodge away. TP's now used by both teams. There's a flank here for Beyond, but already Kino's dead in the slicing Maelstrom will rip them asunder! Vanguard's Edge does nothing. Lian immediately exhausted. Mawan trying to trade in here, but he will be shut down by Mojito. And Galatasaray seemingly
really questionable plays, really.
Just a call that shouldn't have been made there by Beyond. And Galatasaray very happy to take,
because they can afford themselves to do this. Mawan is pushing the bot lane. It's going to take ages before he reaches the tower, and because of this, they get time to play around with. They get time to be proactive.
Shadow Assault onto Liang. He's going to use the Vanguard's Edge and try and dive back onto Mojito, who is dead. Liang in the 2v1 manages to get away until Balulu flashes for the final. Beyond in that bush, just trying to hide, trying to keep Galatasaray guessing as to where they could be. Husha still there, Liang back, but look at the damage from Balulu and the fight begins and the Ocean Drake is secured. TP's coming in and Beyond, you have to take this fight right now, because otherwise you're just going to lose to the Ocean Drake. Flawless Duet coming out, slicing mouse from use as well. Doggo diving into the back line and there's damage. Mawan takes one. Liang's able to get a kill up towards the back as well as Husha tries to dive onto Alive. Balulu Zergsting and Alive, retreating, stepping back, walking away from Beyond right now, but Husha still on the chase. No lilting lullaby, but he gets the slow with the Swell Seed. Kino doesn't have flash. He will go in for it. There's a Flawless Duet, but there's stopwatch from Balulu will keep him alive. He manages to get a 1-for-1. Alive and Zergsting now backing away. Will they try and contest at this Baron?
They're going to go for it. There's still 20 seconds on towards the solo laners of Crazy here. He does have that teleport with this Baron. It is going down fast. It is Doggo, so they need to neutralize him. Cleanse have been issued.
Cleanse away from the Winter's Bite to the slow. That's the Baron low. Husha, no smite, no smite, no smite. Alive, alive, but not long. Shutdown comes in. Husha keeps the Baron aggroed, and Beyond play that about as well as they could. They take a couple of wards in the back of the pit, and Balulu's going to continue to put the paddle stars out. Didn't jump across the wall. Here goes Mojito. Shadow Assault in. Glacial Fisher used as well to Dragon reset.
They got it!
Oh, Balulu! You absolute madman! I can't believe Balulu on that Baron. Xerxes going to face check into Kino. They don't have vision on this. Well, Seed goes wide. That Baron's gone before they can even get there. Solar Flare coming out as well, and perhaps Beyond will look to take this fight. Bait sealed into the sleep, into Doggo diving into the backline. Balulu flushes away. Doggo goes godlike. Crazy retreating from this as well. And Galatasaray will just want to save every man they can. Xerxes trying to trade onto Kino here. A couple of auto attacks would have been enough with that Elder buff. Ticking. Kino will manage to survive. Doggo almost eats a paddle star. Crazy goes in. Slicing Mushroom. This is a perfect decision here from Galatasaray because they know they can get Doggo caught out. Shadow Assault across the wall, and there's the shutdown. Now the AD carry's dead. Mojito still diving forward. Oh! Give this man a gold medal, TCL, because he's putting you on his back this game. Balulu slept on the backline with the looting lullaby. It's a double sleep coming out, but Crazy can just put the damage down by himself. Kino's down, shut down. In the end, Liang's going to try and dive back in, but Balulu, the paddling, he's just slapping them around right now. Liang goes to sleep. The stopwatch is popped. The GA goes down. And Balulu, he is not done.
In the heat of controversy.
With the 12C, the live dodges away. TP coming into the mid lane. That's Liang going to try and join this fight, but that's 4,000 HP already on the Dragon. You can see Galatasaray are looking for it. It's taken. Alive will secure it, and now the Elder Drake means that Beyond have to run for the hills. They have to run for their lives because already one of them has died. Husha down. Liang puts the Vanguard's edge out. Has to flash the wall, but Mojito's on the chase. Doesn't have the Shadow Assault, but can still force himself forward here. Liang falls asleep, and that Guardian Angel's more like a Guardian Devil because Galatasaray very willing to take you as soon as you die after it. Now, 19 kills to 19. Galatasaray will force themselves down this mid lane.
And Beyond Gaming, you can't forfeit an objective like that. Once you've started it, you have to flip it. If you don't flip it, then the enemy will just take it. And that's exactly what happens. So now, still the Ocean Soul, the second Elder Drake, and Balulu now with a flash in hand to execute anyone with a single paddle star.
Got to give credit to Mojito and to Galatasaray as a team. There were a few fights around these objectives where they were behind, but they secured the Soul, they secured the first Elder, they secured the second Elder, and they continue just to push forward here. The Nexus Towers are the targets here, and they will fall. Galatasaray from behind strike first against Beyond.
And this is the adaptation we want for both teams here. They came in exceeding the expectations. Beyond Gaming. Super nice pathing for Husha in the early game. And you know what? We're not done in the bottom lane either. So they are coming in alive. Doesn't have any summon as well, just dead.
This is the pressure that you can put on with Lucian Braum, really, though. And then another stun's going to come out to Xerxes, and Crazy's joining the fight as Doggo tries to flash away. Exhaust goes down onto him. 1-for-1 trade, and everyone now is down here as a party in the bottom lane. I should have brought balloons. Balloon is going to force Mawan away, but he flashes forward. And with the overload, will secure the kill. Crazy next on the menu. Galatasaray able to walk away, wounded, limping Kino. That's a lot of minions. Should have stand beside me. We'll be able to gold lead now for Beyond, and they're looking for Crazy on the top lane. No flash. Hasn't had it all game. Still doesn't have it, Gorborg. No exhaust on him either. And no TP. Crazy lives up to his name by overextending a little bit. Liang should be able to secure this. Misses the shock blast, and Husha will dive in. And the question for Galatasaray is, can they do what Beyond were able to do in the last game and actually mitigate some of this early bleeding? Because right now Alive is caught out once again. Galatasaray started up the Cloud Drake, and because of it they lose 2 kills. They have to get out of there. They lose the Drake. It's 4 kills, 5 kills to 1.
Oh, you know what? He's not even done forcing flashes off Mojito.
And this is where Husha is just so good. Realmwalk coming in as well as Mawan looks to try and catch out that Lee Sin's going to chase forward. Mawan, overload? They want to continue pushing in. The Turkish representatives want a little bit more of the action. Unbreakable going out. That's a great bullet time's going to rip through them. Liang has to flash away, but he's already killed off Mojito. And Galatasaray just and try and make some forays into the enemy jungle, but with the exhaust down here onto Liang, needlework connecting. Snip, 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 snip. Destiny comes in. There's the gold card locked. And Balulu will kill. These TPs could turn this game as Mawan caught out off towards the top side. Balulu pops the stopwatch. Mawan's already dead. Balulu's still surviving for the moment, but now he has been killed off. Crazy joins the fray. 4v4 on the bottom
tier turret, so they're still losing out. They're losing a bit of minion waves in the mid lane, but all in all, you're super happy about this exchange.
Red team has
They're looking for something down towards this bottom lane, but while all of this is happening, Doggo is going to get plate after plate after plate off that top side. Sun's coming in, there's the gold card as well. Husha, Crescent Guard away, Mojito caught underneath the tower, Zergsting will fall, but Lulu stepping past the tower as well. Liang flashes in, there's the exhaust, but Lulu's going to get caught out by Kino, dodges the Fisher. Superb sidestep by him, Alive's now going to flash away, Crazy joins the fight as well, off towards the top side. Husha and Mawa.
But to get some pressure here, but speaking of pressure, I think this might lead to a fight in the mid lane.
No solar flare for Zergsting, doesn't land the Zenith Blade either. Kino's almost down, Zergsting ticking away. Will just survive. Spoke too soon. Liang with a long pick and take a team fight right now. They are 5,000 gold behind. A great kick from Mojito into the solar flare, but it only gets the slow. Zergsting off to the top side of the fight as Beyond have separated Galatasaray across the map. Sun card coming out, but Mawan's already killed off Zergsting. Kino now on the front line. Winter's bite into the unbreakable bullet time available here for Galatasaray. They want to look for it. Balulu going in. Stun card locked once again. Mawan stepping forward. Look at how low Beyond are. The roots coming out. Balulu caught up. Mojito kills one. Balulu stepping back, but already Alive is down before he can even pop the bullet time. And perhaps that spells the demise of Galatasaray's hopes. Mojito tried to heal up with a gold trigger, but he didn't have it, and Doggo now turns it around. Balulu's down. It's double for Doggo. And Crazy is sent packing.
Beyond played so well around the race of Galatasaray, and also the fact that they were split up on two sides of that Drake pit. So they've really juggled the balance quite nicely in between them. They pick up the kills, they pick up the priority, and with this they should be able to pick up the Drake. Husha, he does have smite, and there we go.
Into 4 people by yourself. I mean, maybe I can see what he's trying to do, but didn't quite work out for them. He had to try and make some plays. Alive, almost caught out here by Doggo. Doggo's actually going to dive. He went too deep. Bullet time ripping through Beyond, but not really doing as much damage as you'd like. Kino knocked back as well, and that dive was diabolically bad.
Looking to do it again, but Beyond Gaming not really letting them, with the minion waves now colliding onto the turret.
A minute before the Ocean Soul, Solar Flare going out once again. Doggo has a stopwatch, the bullet time comes through. Balulu with a stun card as well on towards the backline. They're looking for the damage, but Zergsting's already down. Balulu has to flash away, Kino low as well. Balulu continues to step in. Kino ticking, but won't be down. Stun card once again, Alive and Crazy can step forward. So far, a 2-for-1. Galatasaray will have that option. Balulu on the flank. They're looking for Doggo. He does have a cleanse, though. There's the Solar Flare. Doggo able to dodge to the back of it. Crescent Guard used by Husha. Doggo fighting down towards the bottom side. Carlin comes out, and Balulu has been killed. Now I'm going down as well, but now Alive. What damage can you do? Doesn't still have the bullet time. Husha's down. It's shut down. And now the fight continues. Crazy. Forcing Mawan and Kino back. Doggo low. Mojito goes in, gets one. Doggo's going to try and kill him across the wall. Dragon secured. Realm Warp coming out from Mawan will escape. 2 for 2 so far, but Galatasaray were able to take it. You have 100% more gold than the enemy team. However, if it's even, then it's even. As the Solar Flare goes out, they look for Doggo. Zergsting forced back. Mojito with a kick onto Doggo, but he's going to flash across the wall, and there really wasn't any follow-up for him. Mojito trying to trade on to Doggo. He is down, but bullet time! Dodge this, says Alive as he takes down a double. And Beyond Gaming were hoping they could channel their inner Neo, but they got taken out. Husha now trading with the Crescent Guard. Crazy a little bit too deep. Alive flashing forward. Look at the damage on Doggo, but he doesn't have enough to kill him off. He will still kill off Husha. And the priority push into this. Solar Flare doesn't really do too much. Look at how low Alive is. Balulu flanking. Alive down, shut down. The flash into the Rune Prison is enough for Moan.
And now they're just getting control of the Drake pit here. They're finally clearing out the vision of these bushes. I say that single bush still have not been touched. But it seems like Galatasaray, they're not favoring their chances on this one.
Control
and they're just forfeiting it.
Yep, Galatasaray going to give it up. You can see Crazy working his way up towards the top side just to try and clear that wave. Destiny used by Balulu to get out. Kino vision. Crazy standing up towards the side. 3,000 HP now on the Baron, and Galatasaray pulled off the heights of the century. They're flipping it right now, but they turn around and with the bullet time, Mawan steps right into his demise. Husha down towards the back of the pit. You can see how Galatasaray de-aggroed the Baron. They stopped doing it. Husha's going to try and go in. Doggo could dive in as well if they want to try and take it. Oh, it's taken out, and Mojito's one who gets it. Beyond have to retreat. They lose Mawan, they lose the Baron. And the cannon getting in the way of Mojito, but the chase is on, and here we go. Zergsting in. The bullet time coming out as well, but it's immediately cancelled by the Glacial Fisher. Husha has to pop the Crescent Guard. Realm Warp used onto him. Flashes, manages to get away. Zergsting low, caught out with the Spell Flux. What an escape for Husha. Can you steal it? Can you get it? No, it's secured by Alive. Now Galatasaray should be able to turn this team fight in with a heartbeat. Stopwatch is coming out Alive, trying to keep himself alive. Balulu doing the damage from the side as well. Beyond trying to win this one out. Doggo doing so much work, but they're so low. It's just too strong. One more auto attack would be enough. Doggo still surviving. Doggo not quite down. The more keeps him alive. Balulu has no mana, and because of that, he has to walk away. Kino's on the chase, and he might not be able to escape. Flash, ward, Winter's Bite. Concussive blows with one more auto attack will be enough. Didn't want the same caliber. Baron started crazy TPing in. Xerxen going forward. Solar Flare, bullet time available. The solar time, Glacial Fissure coming out. There's the bullet time, really not going to do enough. Husha pops the Crescent Guard, crazy on the chase as well, but Xerxen's already low. Husha, the first target counter TP joins the top time. And look at the damage coming out from Crazy, but once again, the Realm Walk from Mauan is perfectly positioned. Stun card locked in. Kino will fall. Mahito onto the back line. Beyond have overextended for the Baron. The kick comes out. Husha chased out. A triple for alive. He kills off Doggo. One more left for him to take down. Crazy takes alive. They're taking up the tower. It's alive. He's going to be able to do it. The first Nexus Tower falls. Mauan pops the stopwatch, but perhaps this Nexus Tower is just going to go pop while that's happening. The Nexus Tower is taken down, and Galatasaray with an incredible victory. And with Aurelia being as strong as she is right now, it's no surprises that Beyond have decided to go for it, but there's a lot of weight on Liang's shoulders this game. Bot side likely to be left a little bit on an island. I do think a Mumu into Rakan is an okay matchup, because whenever the Rakan dances to an Ezreal, you just queue towards where whoever he's going towards is. So makes it a little bit easier for the Amumu to land some of those bandage tosses. Galatasaray 1 game away from a playoffs berth versus Hanwha Life Esports for a spot in the main stage of groups. 4 years since Turkey made it to the main stage. Let's see if Galatasaray can continue their winning ways and take this in a clean sweep, or whether Beyond will be able to fight back for the PCS, fight back for pride, and take us to game 4. Worlds always brings out the best in people, brings out the best League of Legends from around the globe, and I'm ready for another game of the action we've been having so far. Both games have had a soul, both games have had an elder, both games have had like 3 barons. Just give me another one of those.
It's going down to the wire every time. It feels weird saying how important the early game is.
Liang in the top lane trying to trade him Crazy, who bounces on his head and jumps away. There's another bandage toss. Lands onto Alive. He's down. Second on the menu is Xerxen, who tries to flash away, but a flash auto from Doggo.
Nice to see from Beyond that they're able to find individual leads.
Oh, Zerg staying underneath the towers down. Doggo actually flashed for that, but he manages to survive. It is supportal combat. You can see it looks like relatively even to start it off. Liang using Fog of War relatively well just to dodge back, get a couple of auto attacks in here and there, and then at this point, as soon as Crazy flashes away and you still have Blade Search, it's an easy kill for Liang.
Yeah, I think it's super cute done by Liang there, just flashing forward. Crazy just gets to walk out of that one. Crazy should have been dead, and now the response down in bottom lane.
Heal used there by Doggo to try and get away with the room. Prison lands. There's the grand entrance. Xerxen taking the kill isn't the best in the Ignite. Amumu and MF, a single bandage toss can spell death, and there it is. Flash bandage, bullet time, jumped away from the Xerxen will pay with his life for the fact that Alive was slightly out of position. I think Beyond got out on the good side of that once again. Xerxen, that Ignite's going to kill you, my man.
Oh, no.
He dies for Balulu. Xerxen, he's 1-4. Can defend for the moment. Realm Warp available. There's the TP down towards the mid lane. He's just going to try and clear the South Shadow Assault being used as well. Kino already used the Curse of the Sad Mummy, and he's still surviving. Will get shut down. Liang now the next target. Balulu trying to do what he can. Xerxen on his way. Look at the flank. Here's the quickness. And get down with it. Husha with a great kick will knock them away. Liang though's going to get chased out. Crazy and Balulu will secure it. And Galatasaray able to fight back in the top lane.
And these are the picks we're talking about. You're overextending here as Beyond Gaming. Kino, you had just been complimenting him, and then they go too far forward under the tower. Mojito still had his ultimate, and I mean, really nicely response from Xerxen. He's actually still up here. Mekanar is falling.
Crazy still has flash. Unleash power going out. Crazy, yeah, he's dead. Too much damage from the side.
Not only do they have more pressure in the mid lane, they're also taking away jungle agency.
Bullet time coming in, but that's some quickness. Kino just dived way too greedily, way too deep. Bullet time will do a huge amount of damage, as with the Curse of the Sad Mummy. You can see Doggo is able to get one kill out of it. Mahito trying to do what he can with the Shadow Assault as well. Irelia TPing in. Husha diving onto the back. Will get one, but he's taken out as well. Crazy now with Balulu, but Balulu flashes forward. Rune Prison Xerxen diving in. The dodge from Doggo, able to get the counter shut down. Crazy now trying to trade back onto Mauan, but he might need to get out of this one. Does still have the flash. The chase in from Liang, who has no flash of his own. Could have just chipped away at the tower a bit quicker, and it would have gone down. They will still get a second charge in, as you say, towards the inhibitor tower. Only 19 minutes into the game. Might be a bit early for an inhibitor, but Kino's looking for kills instead. Already they killed off Xerxen. Husha diving onto the backline as well, as Mahito has to use the Shadow Assault, but he's already down. Gnar coming in. Crazy not TPing, instead recalling. Inhibitor will be taken in the bottom lane here. Now, the important thing with this for Beyond is they have to use this pressure.
Going over to Beyond, setting them up nicely for an Infernal Drake in 5 minutes. Galatasaray, they're looking at a Drake. Oh, they actually get a good pick here.
Stunned and alive is not that anymore. Kino gets the kill. Quickness coming out as Mojito tries to escape. They will be able to retreat for the moment. But Baron immediately
be able to have the pressure around the Drake as well, and then they should be having Baron buff, and then they should be having the Infernal Drake. So what is going on?
Okay, they were trying to realm warp into it, maybe thinking that Beyond had reset. Hand it down with me. Xerxin will be looking for that. Has the flash, has the quickness, has the fog of war. Dragon started secured, and that's Infernal Soul going over to Beyond. Kino dives onto the backline. Xerxin trying to get away, but already the damage is good from Beyond. But Lulu caught out. He steps into the middle. Already he's burst down. And you have to feel this is it. You have to feel this is done. Beyond will strike back against Galatasaray.
Yeah, Beyond is finally making it happen. Crazy, he's doing his best. Going into the Mechanic here, actually.
Yeah, it's not going to be able to get away from this one. Doggo flashes just for good measure. But Beyond finally able to use the fact they had a huge early game lead to hopefully close this one out. Although Mojito's up in 12, Xerxin's up in 8. Against Baroned up minions, I don't know if they can defend.
I think they're going for the end here. This is finally what you get from having these priority lanes, punishing the blind pick now, knowing that Balulu would go for the rise here to get the Syndrome with priority, and now on the brink of taking down the Nexus for the first time for Beyond in this best of 5 series.
Beyond will not go quietly into the night. Their World's run is not done yet. They take down Galatasaray and they get their first win of this series.
And that's how it's supposed to be done.
Is going to be brought out here by Crazy, as you say, one of his comfort picks, and what better time to pick comfort than when you are one game away from the next stage of play-ins knockout stage.
And this is where it becomes so important once again with that mid lane priority. Mon did such a good job at keeping Balulu under turret in the early stages, because this setup for top lane here is super easy for Galatasaray. If you have 3 men up there, obviously the Renekton Talon and the Rise coming in with a Realm Warp, this stun you get to lock down the Camille, it's just going to be too easy for the setup. So as Beyond Gaming, once again, you're relying on keeping Balulu on the turret, you're relying on having Doggo to play for later in the stages once you've reached that mid game, because Camille, she won't be doing too hard up towards the top lane into the counter pick of Crazy.
Once more into the breach we go. Beyond and Galatasaray fighting for their lives here at Worlds. Beyond, of course, need 2 wins in a row if they're going to make it through to tomorrow. Galatasaray just need the 1-2 games so far. They've come back from behind and been able to take down Beyond. But currently the momentum lies with the PCS representatives. With a win in Game 3, they are looking to continue that trend. Onto Liang. Balulu on his way up towards the top side as well, but yet to hit level 6. It doesn't have the realm warp. Turn it back around. Ignite ticking. Liang just trading onto Mojito. And I'm not sure what Galatasaray thought was going to happen there. Liang keeps the wave away from the tower. Balulu will come in. No flash available. Balulu flashes in, so it's a 1-for-1 in the end with a TP burn from Moan. But Mojito just...
It's looking down towards bottom lane, and that's a low HP Barn Xerxin.
Back from Xerxin, he just wasn't paying attention to the fact that Kino could just jump in there. Xerxin had flash, does still have it here, but it's going to be slow with the make of it. Then flashes away after the slow connects. Doggo could flash auto and does exactly that. Alive next on the menu, has to flash heal, and oh, Galatasaray, you've just been greedy all over the map.
Yeah, I think you just get out of this situation. Supports out of the map.
Mowen caught out, flashes away from the Rune Prison, but with the Zenith Blade, that's enough for Balulu. Good roam there from Xerxin to be able to pick up the kill. Now they're going to continue to push forward as Husha and Kino are waiting in the wings. Could just be a Grump taken away here. Mojito should be building up towards that level 6. Xerxin with a long flank into the Zenith Blade, but of course, Crazy and Mojito can just chase this one down. They didn't know Kino was waiting in the bush. Liang coming in as well. Great tactical sweep for Husha. So low already. That's the first one down. Liang's trying to trade it back across. Doggo coming in to join this party, and he is looking at his health bars hungrily. Crazy pushing forward, but he will fall as well. Doggo forced away once again, but now this means the Rift Herald can be used in the bottom side. Doggo wasn't taking up the tower. That's the Rift Herald coming down. Bullet time used as well, and Xerxin should be the first to fall here. Great Solar Flare will get the stun onto Husha, who has to flash away with the Crescent Guard. Rift Herald comes in, does not take down the tower, so Alive will survive. TP's coming in, but that's Balulu to the mid lane.
Yeah, so nothing is going to go on later in the exchange here for Galatasaray. They're leaving Alive alone, and he's fighting Doggo right now.
Prison, stunned back with the Scatter of the Week, continues to chase as Mojito going in as well. Xerxin going down. There's the cleanse coming out with the Solar Flare. We'll get the stun still, though. Alive dead before that stun can land. Meanwhile, in the top here, Balulu needs to be careful. Just doesn't want to get caught out. He's the key damage source here. He flashes in. Wind becomes lightning coming out as well as Mojito tries to dive onto the backline. Mauan already down, exhausted, a little bit too late. Balulu has fallen. Maoan's going to try and trade in here, but that's another one.
Wanted to, what was quicker, the setup just isn't there. So yeah, there we go. Beyond able to pick up the first strike for themselves here to keep a potential
towers. Even Realm Warp coming in, not taken. Unleash power available for Maoan if he wants it, but Mahito just stepping forward. Quickness coming out from Kino. There's the charm. Mahito though goes on a killing spree. Kino now underneath the tower. Xerxes going to try and tank it up. Bullet time used. Mahito walks right into it, and there's 2 quick kills over the Doggo.
Yeah, unfortunately, this all
crazy going in. Hexagolden Maiden being used. Double TPs popped here. Galulu's going to join this fight, but it's too little too late. Maoan trying to trade into this crazy. Decides to target the Syndra. Husha coming in from the back as well. Liang might be dead before he can even get there. Everfrost used. They jump back in. Crazy trying to heal up. Husha coming in for the fight as Kino joins it. Husha trades onto Crady. Crescent Guard will knock him back, and Liang takes the kill. Balulu now needs to get out of this. Doesn't have flash. Kino flash exhaust. Into the follow-up. True shot barrage from the side. Stopwatch popped by Balulu. That immediately afterwards he will go down, especially with how strong Doggo is. Mahito coming in, his Xerxing flash, Zenith Blade, lands the stun, there's the Solar Flare Chase, Shadow Assault, and that is a very dead Syndra. Great stuff from Galatasaray.
It's super nice done by Xerxing.
Start the end of your series as they go in. Xerxing so low already, and there's the bullet time. He's gone through 2 quick kills over to Beyond. Balulu caught out as well, pops the stopwatch, but Mahito was nowhere near this. That's 3, make it 4. Crazy's not going to be able to escape from 3 members of Beyond, and it's a clean fight for Beyond. Mahito also on the back line trying to do something here. Dives into Fog of War, trades back onto Doggo, gets 1, looking for 2. Doggo still has a stopwatch.
People waiting around for you, and it's just so difficult to teamfight.
Oh, what are you doing there, Liang? Hexagolden Maiden comes out. That's a shutdown. That's huge for Balulu. 600 gold. You want to invest everything in the bottom side? We're just going to go for the Baron. Crazy will sacrifice himself for the good of the team. Baron will be taken for Galatasaray, and that gives them a very big window to get back in this game. TP is expended, but that's way too late.
Great bait by Crazy.
Alongside Doggo, Kino there to defend. Liang going in as we look towards the mid lane. The Dragon about to go down, but Liang is already dead. Baron buff remains. Dragon secured, alive, diving in. They're looking for Husha, who has to flash. This is an inhibitor tower for Galatasaray. Maybe even an inhibitor if they can continue to push in here, but Kino is on his way. Mahito and Balulu will have Realm Warp to get out if they so desire. Quickness popping. There's the Shurelius as well. Mahito still on the chase. Kino going in. Rune Prison would have been enough, but the bullet time comes out. Balulu pops a stopwatch. Can you turn this around, Balulu? You need to do so much. Can't do it. Doggo chased out. Alive now in a bad position. Zenith Blade goes wide. Alive is down. TP coming in. There's the Solar Flare as Crazy goes in with the Dominus. Husha underneath the tower. Xerxing there tanking it up as well. Good scatter of the week. Xerxing flashes, but he will fall as well, and it's all over the place for Galatasaray. Looks like they tried to bite off more than they could chew. Crazy's going to try and run away, but Husha will just be able to sustain up through this. The exhaust comes down as well. Crazy. Well,
it's going to be an ace.
Plays was. It's
when you're only playing one lane, but as Galatasaray, you try and you kind of have to. Yeah. Now it becomes a 5v5 though.
Hexagolden Maiden coming out. There's a bullet time as well, and the quickness. Oh my god, that bullet time was absolutely disgusting. Doggo kills Mahito. He will fall to the tick. Doesn't even do that. He survives in the end. Balulu was nowhere to be found as he was clearing the mid lane, but Beyond Gaming, unwilling to give up, are taking us all the way to 5.
It was a tough game this time around for Beyond, but they actually kept their pace, they kept their mentality going, and they had good setups towards this end here. Amazing done with Beyond, adapting and fixing some of their issues throughout the series.
Their history for the first time in 4 years for the TCL. Beyond following in the footsteps of PSG Talon, of course, who made it to groups last year.
But also just signature champions all across the board, really. You have Gwen for Crazy, you have Moan on his Rise, which was the most played for him in summer, but Lulu on a roaming champion like the Twisted Fate, and then Doggo on the Misfortune once again will be coming through. This is the comfort you're looking for. This is the game 5, where all the other games, they don't matter no more. It's back to best of 1. And last time it was the best of 1 between these two teams, it was Galatasaray that came out ahead.
And Galatasaray heavily focused the top lane. It was PK playing in the top lane for that game as well, not Liang. You can see as we get onto Summoner's Rift, lots of early plans being laid, lots of strategies being discussed. One last chance.
Now with Husha coming in from the jungle.
Mahito is 2 camps ahead. They're going in the bot lane as Kino dives onto Zergsting. Ignite is ticking. They're trying to turn it back onto Kino, and first blood goes over to Galatasaray, and now here comes Mojito. Double TP's expanded once again. It's a brawl in the bottom lane. Everyone wants to come to the party. Balulu flashes away immediately, and the root goes down. Mojito falls. Doggo with the kill. It's a double. Mauan takes the second. The big thing for that is,
he's spotted.
Once again, it's Doggo who gets out ahead. As you say, Kino was spotted just a little bit on the ward. Crazy snip, Zenith Blade stun. Liang going in. There's the wallop. And down goes Crazy, and it doesn't matter if you spot Kino's on the top side of the map. This is an easy enough dragon take for Galatasaray. Don't have to be too worried about being collapsed on. Doggo still only level 5. If he had 6, difficult for him to get out and about on the map. There's the pillar going out. Doggo down to half HP, alive, dashing forward. Zenith Blade coming out as well. Flash away with the cleanse. Doggo has the flash from Zergsting. Pusher on his way. Flash forward by Kino. Shield of Daybreak gets the stun onto the Trundle. Zergsting now on the wrong side, a dodge. Doggo just wants the auto in here to get the kill. Below them right now. Liang actually about to time out for Mega Gnar, so this could be dangerous. Will he still have the Gnar bar when he goes in? Bullet time on the backline. Crazy diving in. Mauan's already killed off Zergsting. Importantly as well, Doggo still alive. Crazy turning it back in though, and Kino's down. It's a double. And I thought it was greedy, but Galatasaray had other ideas. A double kill going over to alive. Flash continues to try and trade in. Flashes away. Bullet time used in the mid lane, and Zergsting is down.
Solo kill.
Doggo is a flipping monster, man. This guy.
Get him. So they push in the mid lane. Obviously, tower has already been taken, and it's just going to be pushed in. Now catch rather by Crazy.
He needs Kino behind. Alive is not here. Bullet time could be sick here. Could just be not used. Solar Flare misses. Turning it back around. Mauan there. Doggo standing, just waiting in the wings, waiting in the darkness. Now he steps back forward when there's vision. Undertow coming out. Ragnarok available for Mojito. Does have the ghost. There's the bullet time. Zergsting stops it with a great pillar though. Almost goes down.
No flash
Taking
on Doggo.
away. No flash on Doggo. Balulu dived in, but Balulu died because of it. Alive going with the culling. Kino will tank that up. It's exchanged to Husha, and Beyond will be able to walk away from this one. Mojito just ate the damage, and Liang back to half HP because that Mega Gnar has been proc. No vision still for Galatasaray. Do you go back to mid or do you take it? You're looking for the fight. Mojito stepping in. Mojito's just dead. And once again, it's Doggo. What can this man not do? He dives in. He gets the Gale Force. He gets the kill. How much CC there is locked in. Destiny. Gold card hits, and there's the stun on the realm. One connect. Crazy. With great positioning, Liang now TP's in.
Flash.
There's the exhaust. No flash on Liang. The Gnar's going to only get one back. Liang can't try and jump across this wall. He's gone into the minion. Let's fight down towards the bottom side as well as Kino is forced away.
Believe it.
Crazy gets another, and Goldborg can't believe it, but Galatasaray are cheering for this. Doggo able to survive. Does still have the flash, but Kino will die. 3 for 1. Knockouts for the second year in a row. Ocean Drake there. Husha stunned up. There's the Cullen going out. Husha will secure it, but Crazy's going in. Needlework onto the back line. Doggo getting away. There's the bullet time, and the Realm will get them all out. Crazy pops the stopwatch for Lulu with the flank, with the gold card. Doggo dies for the first time in what feels like in a millennia. And Galatasaray able to win the fight, but Mauan now pushing forward. Liang on the advance as well. Husha for him, right? He has definitely been struggling, but here, basically even on CS, 10 CS at this point really doesn't matter too much. Kino going in, Zergsting caught with the Zenith Blade. There's the bullet time going in as well, and Zergsting is down. Collateral damage into the Ignite, into the bullet time is enough. Balulu though with a gold card. If you want to go for this, they've already tried to get away. TP is going to happen for Mauan and for Liang if they want to get back. The TP for Mauan has to be perfect here. Galatasaray looking for the Baron. Mojito is low. Doggo forced up towards the top side. He's almost almost down. 400 HP now on the AD carry. TP behind them. Galatasaray looking for the Baron, looking for the zone, looking for the chance to fight. What life tomorrow. Husha goes in. Husha steals the Baron, and once again, that's why I don't seem to want to contest. They're going to push forward, but that dragon is gone before they can get there. Galatasaray, too little, too late. Crazy jumps in. Skip and slash Balulu with the flank. Mojito and Zergsting going forward as well. Alive pushing in. Husha stunned up with the gold card. Realm walks, gonna get him out. Gets Kino out as well. Pops the stopwatch. The bullet time turns back around on them. Alive solo. Doggo going in. Ragnarok just able to keep him alive. Zergsting will be isolated off towards the top side, but Alive dies. Zergsting dies, and perhaps with it, any hope for Galatasaray to make it through to tomorrow dies as well.
These defensive realm warps has been so good. The fact that Moan isn't even near him, he's just creating the portal for his team to go into, and now Crazy may be caught off guard as well.
Kino just looking for the stun. Flash, stun. Liang on there. The chase as well. Hallowed Path will get Crazy out for the moment, but that's the slow. There's the Zenith Blade. There's the shutdown. And meanwhile, both Husha and Doggo are pushing in this mid wave, and they're just going to keep pushing in. Alive, 19 seconds away. Zergsting 6. Galatasaray had a hope. They had the Baron in their hands. Doggo stunned up. Wildcard's going to eat through him as well, but that first Nexus tower is low. Beyond One Nexus Tower away from glory, one Nexus Tower away from the reverse sweep here against the TCL #1 seed Beyond. From the PCS, the #2 seed will take the win. They'll take the Nexus and they will make